Hey, what up, everybody? I'm a little tired, but honestly, I think this honestly was a very, very good show. I had a lot of fun watching WWE TLC with you guys tonight. It is now December 15th. Tonight is a Monday Night Raw, so I honestly have to go to work and I have to come back and watch that one again. But I had a ton of fun watching WWE TLC 2014, the final WWE pay-per-view 2014 on the WWE Network. A decent show, top to bottom. You can't lie. Stairs match, chairs match, both put me to sleep a little bit. Honestly, I was a little bit weirded out that the TLC match with Ambrose versus Wyatt was the main event. It was a good match. I mean, it lives up to the past history of WWE TLC matches. It was a long, brutal match. Both guys really standing tall throughout a good portion of the match, just beating each other back and forth. I love the spot when just Ambrose and Wyatt headbutting each other back and forth outside of the ring earlier on inside of the match. It sort of sends everybody home with sort of an eerie sort of gut feeling of something weird happened tonight with Bray Wyatt getting the victory in the main event here. But then again, I talked about this a little bit in an earlier video, talking about how WWE is in a sort of a weird spot right now, where basically at the end of the year, basically WWE promised a lot of their people that they were going to be at a certain number for the WWE network. Honestly, I don't know when the next reading of the network number is going to be for the stockholders, but honestly, it might not be a really big one. They're going into the Royal Rumble push. It would be smart if there was a number reading sooner than later, basically for Vince McMahon to say that he was trying to listen to what the fans wanted, and the fans wanted new names in the main event. If you think about it, with Hell in the Cell, Randy Orton versus John Cena was in the middle of that, with Seth Rollins going up against Dean Ambrose in the main event, and then Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt here in the TLC show with John Cena and Seth Rollins going on in the middle of the show. Vince McMahon can easily say that Cena deserves to be the main event guy, and that basically that's the guy they're going to go with, and they sort of put all of the well-doings of the WWE on the shoulder of John Cena. I'm sure he'll love that. Put a little bit more money in his pocket when they think about Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. I guess there is no Elimination Chamber. I know they replaced the February pay-per-view with something else. Can't remember what the name of it is at this point. Basically, I think that there was a lot of movement, and there's a lot of movement and shaking in this match. Basically, it was Wyatt taking an Ambrose elbow off of top of about a 6-foot ladder. There was another one from a ladder that was a little bit taller than that, and then probably at least a 12 to 15 foot high ladder. Ambrose put Wyatt through the Spanish announce table on the outside. A very weird sort of thing that was during the show when Dean Ambrose was sort of surveying all of the carnage that had happened inside of the match, and he went underneath the ring to see what he could pull out from underneath there. Not sure if he was looking for a chair or a table. Ended up pulling up a television. This was a flat screen monitor, not like the normal announce table television that you would see on the outside. But basically, Ambrose pulled this out and was weirded out when he was sort of looking around. But he did notice something. He was watching himself. It was obviously it was hooked up to the hard camera, not the hard camera, but the regular camera that they were doing. I was joking when I was watching it that he was watching the WWE Network as it was on, trying to show how clear and awesome the picture was. But it ends up he ended up seeing something. He ended up going and getting one of the taller ladders all the way in the back of the set, where they come out down the ramp. He brought that all the way back down. That's what set up the big announce table spot on the outside. But then once they started getting back into the ring, basically they started fighting around, and Ambrose grabbed the television as something that he thought he could do. And as he came towards the middle of the ring, the monitor was connected to a hard cable, which pulled him back like a bungee cord. He really wanted to hit Wyatt with this television, so he just ran at it with full force. Once he hit about the center of the ring, the bungee cord wire had expanded as long as it could. It was forcing the television to explode in Dean Ambrose's face, which caused some sort of a discombobulation inside of Dean Ambrose, which set up Bray Wyatt hitting the Sister Abigail onto Dean Ambrose, him being able to get the win. Bray Wyatt looks great getting the win of in a major pay-per-view, something that I think could have really helped him out if he would have got the win back at WrestleMania 30 against John Cena. Dean Ambrose doesn't look that weak taking the pinfall here. You have a television exploding in your face, you might go down for the 1, 2, 3. But honestly, I thought this was a great show. I hope you guys enjoyed watching WWE TLC 2014. I'll be looking forward to counting down into 41 days until the Royal Rumble 2015, John Cena against Brock Lesnar. That's something that really gets to me. I know that Paul Heyman really pushed this match on the pre-show, basically saying that if you weren't connected with this main event, that you hadn't been paying attention. I take that as Paul Heyman has been listening to me tweet and basically make my videos. I just don't connect with Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose. I haven't connected with a lot with Bray Wyatt in the last little bit, and honestly, when it comes down to it, I haven't connected with Dean Ambrose in a little bit of a long time either. So I was really looking for something really big in this match. Honestly, this match was good. It really wasn't spectacular to me. I thought that Cena versus Seth Rollins was my main event. After that, basically, there was a few matches that kept me going. Rusev versus Jack Swagger got me pumped, but Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt didn't do it for me. Ryback versus Kane didn't do it, Nikki Bella versus AJ, just it was what it was. The bottom half of the pay-per-view wasn't as good as the top part. Normally, they stack their cards a little bit better, but they weren't able to do it tonight. So I don't know. I'm leaving TLC with a little bit of a bad feeling in my stomach, and it is what it is. I mean, $9.99. I think I got my money's worth, whether this show is bad or not. These shows have been a lot better than what I thought they were going to be when they switched over from the WWE Network instead of pay-per-view. I was thinking these were basically just going to be editions of Monday Night Raw. They're a lot better than that. So, thank you very much, WWE. 2 thumbs up from this guy right here. Peace out, everybody. See you down the road. Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. Return of Chris Jericho.